All right. Welcome back to another episode of what do we call this thing? Ask a Dev. Every week we take a moment to talk to you to mentor, all that good stuff. I'm tired. I don't know if you guys could tell it, man, but I am exhausted. I'm like, normally I can multitask. I can zoom in a little bit. I can do this. I can do that. I didn't do anything right now when I was trying to multitask. My brain shut down. I was like, all right, zoom in on the chat, Dylan. Like, all right. What I was trying to say was welcome back to another episode of Ask a Dev 2019 edition, season 4. We are doing it big. All right. Every week we answer your questions, all that good stuff. And I start off with the topic. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, like that video. If you haven't bought a course, links in the description below. All right. Uh, so, okay. So, while people are funneling in here, what I've been up to? Well, I fell back in love with coding. I wouldn't say I fell out of love, but I fell back. I'm in love. How deep? Balls deep in the code. All right. So, um, that might have been a little too much. Y'all may not know how much I'm in love with the code lately. But yeah. So I am loving life. So in love with the cocoa. You guys are. Oh man. No. This. I've only had one sip of this, guys. So, what's going on, Jesse? I missed you at Rodizio, man. That would have been a good time. Anyhow, so I've been coding in Vue. I've been building a progressive web app. So I'll probably do some videos about that, some tutorials, and it's been a great experience so far. I actually, so I haven't really got that much done. I have the caching working. I have the PWA aspect of it working with the manifest file, but like I was dicking around with the Vue CLI for 3 days trying to get my settings right. So I finally got it right. But yeah, so I've been playing around with Vue, and I've been loving it. Honest to God, it's been a fun journey, fun experience. So my project, I think I've talked about it before, is to essentially make a video documentation site. So you want to know what Splice is? There'll be a video for it. It'll be text, but I essentially want to build something that is a video documentation. Take docs, throw videos on them. That's the idea. So that's what I'll be working on. Hoping to have the front end of it. So there's 3 parts. I have to build the database. I have to build the API. I have to build the front end, the actual site, and then I have to build a CRUD tool to update, to use the API. So those are really the things that I'll be working on. For this, I'm going to start by building a hard-coded out template with essentially the JSON structure I would expect the API to have. From there, I'll then go and build the API. I'm not sure what yet. I'm thinking Node. Yeah. Woo! $20. Look at this. Godless Monkey says, "Hey Dylan, congrats on the house. Here's for a couple of bricks. Keep up the awesome work. You're truly inspirational." I appreciate that, man. That is a couple bricks for, cause not bricks of the cocoa, as the kids be saying, but actual bricks on the house. I appreciate that. Every dollar that I have from YouTube goes towards paying off the house early, so that is appreciated. Yeah. I appreciate that. I actually think I'm going to be doing a 300 video challenge in a month. So one thing I was thinking about, I've talked to April about this, is about doing a video a day. Can I do a video a day again? And like, they wouldn't necessarily be technical things, but they could be about software. So like, one thing that'd be kind of fun is every morning I read like a blog on Medium, just go ahead and sharing my thoughts about it, whatever I want to talk about related to software. So I think I might start the 300 video challenge in about 30 days. We'll see. We'll see. Is April still learning Python? Unfortunately not. So April is going to be doing some sort of Udacity certification. Currently, I think what's going to happen is she's going to, because she has a little bit of experience, so she got some Scrum certifications, and we're thinking she's somewhat interested in design, so maybe doing a UI UX thing, and then still learning Python outside of there. But yeah, I'm going to we're gonna have April focus entirely on her education, and so she's quitting her job on Tuesday. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. You landed a web dev job with IKEA? That's dope, man. You guys always work at like the coolest companies. Everyone's like, yeah, I landed a job at Google, Microsoft, IKEA. You must have some good YouTube mentors. Good for you though, Armin. Good for you. What tech stack do I use at my current job? Well, mainly TypeScript, Vue, and everything else that goes along with it. For what? Why not learn and work? It's hard. It's hard for. I mean, here's the thing, guys. And I'll share a little bit more than she probably wants me to. I make a lot of money. How much money? I'll clear this next year 150,000. That's income. That's job. That's YouTube. I make good money. She doesn't. Not yet. So if you were to take my average hourly rate of everything together and combine it, it's probably like $70 an hour, right? And it has always been this good. I don't know what 150K is hourly. I only know what my paid hourly is, but something like that. So if she goes and makes another $15 an hour, something like that, what I would rather do is let me support you. She has been there for me, guys. You have to remember, we're going on almost a decade, right? So we've been there where we've slept on the floor together. We've been there where we've been there where we spent our last $3 on a burrito that wasn't very good and gave us diarrhea, but we had to eat it because it was our last $3. We've been, she's been there for me. I've been there for her. And this is just one of those times where I'm going to be there for her so that she can focus entirely on studying and get up and going because of how life-changing that transition will be. And it's hard, right? I'll be the first one to tell you that when I was learning code and working full-time, it was hard. I had to give up a lot of things. Believe it or not, I used to be in shape, all right? Look, we were stacking gains in the right direction at one time. All right. So that all went downhill when I started becoming a developer, and a lot of studying went with it too. So let me be her sugar daddy. I don't mind. I don't mind. She was there before I was broke. She was there when I was broke. She supported me. Some of you guys don't know. I was unemployed for 6-7 months, and all I did was stream, make some money. So, she didn't, by the way, just to provide context, I asked her to quit because I understand the struggle. As much as your boy loves money, I got a call the other day from a CEO interested in me, and like I take these calls, right? I don't mind taking them. Sometimes they're good opportunities come along. Sure, let's say hello. You never know what may be down the road. And he asked me, it's one of those, we did those sort of 20 questions talking about technologies, and then we got to the sort of the more personal thing, want to see how I think or who I am. And one of the questions he asked me was, how would you describe yourself in 5 words? And I told him hardworking and money hungry. And so like I understand the value of a dollar. I understand what it takes to get your income up. Um, I understand what it means to put in time, and I understand what it takes to go from minimum wage to $70 an hour. Been there, done that. It's a grind. It's an absolute grind. It's one that honestly I don't think I could do again. uh, it's just one of those things. I'll be honest with you. It's been hard. It's paid off, and I'm continuing to work hard. But it's hard to go from that to there. Um, you only got one time in your life where that doesn't, a little piece of you. You have to give up a little piece of yourself to 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 mature as an individual. So I understand, and if I can make her life easier, because you have to remember she takes care of me. The only reason I can study still, do YouTube still, the only reason that that's a possibility, the only reason I can work on these side projects is because when I come home, she's been taking care of the animals. When I come home, she's, if there's something I can't do or it's going to take hours of my time, she'll take care of it. When if we're a team. So sometimes you carry the team in different ways. All right. She's carrying the team in her own way. I'm lucky enough right now where I can carry the team and say, hey, baby, you ain't got to work. I got you. Only debt we have are these houses, and we just got 4 bricks paid off thanks to our boy Godless Monkey right here. So, I may not always be able to, right? I may not always be. For all I know, WordPress can replace us all. The Wix jobs, they're coming, boys. So that may not be something that we might have this opposite conversation 5 years from now. So you know what, baby? My gambling problems got out of control. I burnt myself out beyond belief. I'm going to go. I just want to stay home, eat ice cream, cry on YouTube, complain on YouTube, talk about how life ain't fair. That's what I want to do. And I might have to ask her to go back to work. I might have to ask her to go get a job and study at the same time. But look, guys, when you have advantages in life, use them, right? Anyhow, 4 more breaks. You guys treat me well today, man. I appreciate that, James. Thank you so much. 4 more. We got 8 bricks paid off. 8 bricks. That's, you know what? Better yet, I think that's like 4 doorknobs. It's about $20 a doorknob, isn't it? Maybe 10. 8 doorknobs. Let's make them spicy. 8 doorknobs today, guys. I appreciate that. Someone asked like 6 times how old I am. Old enough to be your daddy. No, I'm 31. I'm 31 years old. So it's asking my age is always one of those interesting things. Not that I have any issue talking about my age or my weight or anything. I really don't have any issue talking about anything. There's just certain things I can't talk about because I'm an employee of a company. They wouldn't really appreciate it. So, people like to ask your age question because they want to see where's Dylan at, so I know where I'm at. So where's Dylan at? So I know where I want to get to. Where's Dylan at? So I know how behind I am. All these sort of things. Yeah, it's to benchmark their progress. That's all it is. And it's a fine thing to do if you have a good mindset where you're like, damn man, that's great. I'm really happy for Dylan, and I hope to get there. Or damn man, although I'm not where Dylan wants to be, I'm glad to see how in a couple of years he's turned his life around, been very proactive with some hard work. And there's other people who are like, damn, man, I'm a fucking loser. And they have the wrong attitude, and it's just going to tank them downhill. And that's not what you want, right? You want to be somebody who doesn't really compare yourself to others in a negative light. All the people I compare myself to are better than I am. They're more successful than I am. They are farther along in their careers than I am. So why do I compare myself to people? Well, because how do I get better if I don't challenge myself? How do I get better if I don't have people around me that are better, if I don't see who's out there and killing it? Thank you again to James and Godless Monkey. $40. Whew. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. Because let me tell you, I had no debt a couple months ago. April and I, you know how much debt we had? Zero. Now it's more like infinity. That's what it feels like. You put those two zeros together, you get infinity. Because let me tell you, $250,000 house, even when you're doing good, still is $250,000. I don't like it at all. It's not a good feeling. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't like it. uh, if people don't compare themselves to others, how will they know the bar is set? I'm not saying not to compare yourself to others. I think it's a very healthy thing to do. What I'm saying is that you need to make sure that you take the right look at it. You take the right approach, because sometimes people, if you compare yourself, say, "Damn man, that's really great. How'd you get to where you're going? Damn man, you know, maybe I'm a couple of years behind you, but I can, maybe 31 now. And you're just getting started. And you're like, man, by the time I'm 35, I'll be killing the game." So it's one of those things where you just have to have the right mindset when you compare yourself to other people. Otherwise, it's hard to do that. I think we really need to get rid of these people selling the dream, making six figures after going to Team Treehouse for 3 months. It's possible. It's also possible that one of y'all will win the lottery. Like, I can't say that it's not gonna happen, but it's unlikely. And making six figures in San Francisco or New York is not the same as making six figures in Tampa, Florida, for instance. So it's a little easier. How did that CEO get your number? Same way most do, recruiters. Thank you, Caesar. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. So I did the one of these streams. We always get on this subject about cost of living because it's something that's super important to me and people don't value enough. But if you wanted an equivalent cost of living, let's say you're making 100K in Tampa, it's like $1.1 million in San Francisco. In Seattle, it's like 185,000. So you need an 85% raise. And that's going up. Or maybe that's Portland. I forget what it is. It's expensive. It's not even worth it, really. There's so many great places out there that you can live. Maybe Tampa's not for you. It's okay. It's not really for me. But you know, did Engineer True seem annoyed in his Chris Sean collab video? I don't know, man. It's I haven't seen it. I wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, people don't really think about cost of living as much as they should. I mean, my house is a great example. For $250,000, the house that I got in California is $1 million house. It's almost 3,000 square feet. It's brand new. It's got a nice big backyard. It's a nice community. There's warranties on everything. It's a fantastic house. It costs 4 times as much in California. I wouldn't be able to afford it. Can you imagine that? Doesn't make any sense. Um, how's Austin, Texas? I don't know. I haven't been there. I don't know any engineers that have messed around in AI development. No, I'm in the web development niche, man. How much would my house cost in a city like Burbank, California? I don't know. Let's go on Zillow. I'll tell you right now. So if we type in Burbank, CA, if I wanted, let's see, I got 4 bedrooms and this flex room, so uh this is somewhat new. I'm on Zillow right now. I'm literally gonna do the exact same. So 4 bedrooms, square feet, we'll do 2,800 to 3,000. Year built, we'll do 2018 to 2019. By the way, they don't even have a house in Burbank. They don't have a house in all of Burbank, California, regardless of price, that is 2,800 to 3,000 square feet. But that's okay. Well, maybe we'll go. Let's go a little lower, 2,500 square feet. Still no house. Okay, let's do 2017. No, why? Because they're not building anything new. that's why. All right, we're going all the way down to 2015. All right, we got one house. One house built 2015, 2,800 square feet, 4 beds, 5 bath. The only house available on there. And granted, the inside's fancy. But it's $875,000. What I say, about 4 times, and it was built 4 years ago. So yeah, I mean, I was in California for 28 years, 27 years, something like that. I've only been out for 2.5 years. A little more than that, almost 3, I guess. Appreciate that I don't have clickbait titles. One day, one day when I'm really money hungry, I was like, "Yo, get a job in 30 days," and then I'll just start the video. Not, but I already got your, I already got your views. Don't count it. Like, got them, boys. Got them. We got the views. Too late. We already got that shit. We already got it. Oh man. Yep. I don't know. I'll turn into one of those drama uh, vlogging software channels. We don't even talk about tech anymore. We just talk about how we hate tech. That's probably the. I used to like, and I don't say I dislike him as a person, but as a content creator, Eli the computer guy, it's just everything's negative. Everything. Eli, why don't you like something? When's the last time Eli's come out and say, you know what's really fucking dope? Not never in 2018 or 2017 and definitely not 2019. Eli, come on, man. It ain't all so bad. It ain't all so bad. I don't. I, I'm still sub and I see videos. It's just every single video title, angry, angry, angry. Come on, man. What's the matter? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You're a clever, smart guy. But it ain't all bad, man. Like, I don't know. What's the best website for finding internships? Called Meetups. Meetups are usually the best. Honestly, if I was looking for a job, I just look through LinkedIn or ZipRecruiter. Subtle call out there, Dylan. Who am I calling out? I started with free cocaine. Any advice, please? I got like 900 videos of advice. One thing I would say is just make sure you have a steady growth. Also, make sure that you don't fall into this sort of perpetual tutorial. A lot of times people are like, I do so many tutorials and not learning anything. It's because you haven't built anything on your own. You haven't had to sit here and work through it. You haven't actually had to absorb the stuff. You've just been watching videos and copying code. So, which is fine because you have to get introduced to things. That's part of the process, but you have to make sure that you move on to the next part. And the next part is building something of your own. I would say web dev has more potential. Although some people are going to disagree with me, and they have a fair right to disagree. I personally think they're wrong, which is why it's an opinion. But I think progressive web apps will be something that slowly takes over and leads to a gradual decline in app development. Now, will app development go away or go the way of the buffalo or decrease dramatically? Maybe not dramatically, but I don't think it's going to increase. And I think it's just a simple numbers game. And I could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong. It's a fair statement, but I think it's going to probably happen. It's going to have an impact, is what I think is going to happen. Uh, do front-end developers need to have a pure CSS site on their portfolio? On the portfolio, they could. I mean, what do you mean pure? So, what is a pure CSS? Dylan, but more people have phones and PCs. No, I understand that, but the issue is so essentially the idea and the concept behind progressive web apps is a new one, but it's finally picked up steam, and it's continuing to grow. But it's essentially the idea of you add native features to a web application, and so it behaves more like a native application, and then you can save it on your phone like you would an app. And there's a lot of benefits to it, and there's some cons, like it uses a little bit more battery, but the major con from a business standpoint is develop once, ship anywhere, and it's a relatively minor series of changes to do so. Just accepted your new job, boys. Good for you, man. Curious if I enjoy CSS. I don't not enjoy it. Congratulations, FinTech, man. Good for you. And let me guess, FinTech, did you get yourself a nice fat check? Look at that. A 30K raise. Good for you. Doubled PTO. 30K raise. Good for you, man. Good for you. Hashtag the dream. It's a nice house in Burbank, though. All that grass. Got a $1 million house and no grass in the backyard. That is one thing that when you buy a $1 million house, it's usually decked out on the inside without a doubt. But I mean, you could do the same thing in your house for 50 grand. Yeah. Warehouse to developer, 36K increase. Good for you guys. Do I have a moderator for my chat room? Sometimes. Who wants to be a mod? Donate now and earn your mod spot. um, should I tell you guys what my raises have been? I can't make a video on it, but I could drop it in a live stream somewhere. Let me see. Let's see. Where's the eraser? Oh well. All right. So, let's say I get the calculator out because some of these were hourly rolls. You can see the whiteboard, you liar. All right. So, all right. So my first roll, we'll say I start at $0. You can figure out where I'm at. It's this. I start at $12. My very first roll was $12. From there, which is about 24K a year. This is in. When did I start that role? This is my internship. Very first role is an internship. All right. So here's the timeline, boys. 2015. 24K. 2016. Can you guys not read that? 2016. We went to 40. Then we went to 45. 2017. We went to 62. Then we went to 67. Actually, let's do this. This will be better. I'll just write the jumps. So the jumps, 16K. Then we went plus 5K. Then we went plus 17K. Then we went plus 5K again. Then we went plus 8K. Then we went plus 30K. Then we went plus 5K. That is end of 2015 to present in terms of salary increases. Give or take a few. There you go. Someone could do the math. Is that right? 16K, 5K, 17K, 5K, 8K, 30K, 5K. And that's not taking into consideration bonuses. That's not taking into consideration benefits. That's just pure from either organizations I've worked with or whatnot. So that's about 4 or 5 years. 4 years. From intern to developer. So there you go. Now you know. Maybe I'll do a video about the graph of the progress. I can sneak it in the live streams. You guys always ask about money and things. You should dive into learning JavaScript first. That's my personal opinion. I'm gonna miss your AMA. Is getting ready to shut down all forms of entertainment and focus on web development. Any tips? Sounds like you're doing it. Just build stuff, man. Just make sure you build stuff and learn what you need to learn. That's really my number one tip is people just don't build enough shit. Thank you again, guys. I do appreciate it. We had 2 people donate $20 a pop. That's no small task. So why do you have to live in the city? That's the first thing I want to understand was why do you feel you have to live in the city? Um, am I considered a senior developer? I don't have senior in my title, but I would say I'm probably. I'm visually impaired. I can't drive. And it's just easier for you to get around. Is that the thing? Hmm. I I don't know, man. That's a unique situation. You need public transit. Yeah, that's rough. Well, so this is what I would do if I was in your situation. And granted, I don't know what it's like to be visually impaired, but if I was in a situation where I felt like I had to stay in the city, um, I would I would consider. So I would see if I could find a 1-bedroom condo. I would find a 1-bedroom condo. That's probably going to cost, depending on what city, it's going to be on the lower tier of what you're looking for. And that's what I would do. It's essentially you're paying for an apartment, but you get some benefits out of it. Um, that would be something I would consider. If that doesn't work, I'd find the cheapest piece of shit apartment I could, where I'm still comfortable, and I just invest until one day, maybe you meet the right woman, maybe your situation changes. I don't know, man. And then you can use that money to buy a house down the road. I appreciate that, Henzi. Thank you for buying my courses that are located in the description below. Might I recommend the 100 algorithm challenge so you can get that 100K job you want in your life? Guaranteed by no one, but encouraged to do so. Uh, yeah, there's my courses in the description below. I also have some books that I'm not the author of, but I recommend that you read, and I get like a 3% affiliate cut from it. Nothing major, but something I highly encourage you to look into. Whew, I'm getting a little sleepy. This beer's knocking me out. I had to clean. April's not feeling too well, so had to take the dog out, take the trash out, take the poop bin out. You know, you got like the poop bucket for the puppy. Uh, um, do the dishes, do the laundry, make the bed, take the sheets off. Taking the sheets off the bed is one of the worst things ever. Would I recommend learning Node or C Sharp? Either one's a good start. Hey, Stinker. How you doing, buddy? Hmm? You want to come say hi? How many years did it take me to earn 150K? Well, technically I haven't made 150K yet a year, but that's what I'll, with my salary and what my YouTube average last year. That's what I'll make this next year if I don't make $1 more than I did the year before, which I think I'm going to. But I think 150K is about where I'll land. Let's see. 4 years. I've been working as a salaried developer for about 2.5 plus, which is kind of crazy, right? It doesn't seem like that long ago. Oh. No, I work in an office. It'd be nice to work remote a little bit. I guess I might work in an office. It's just the drive, the traffic. Yeah, I gotta keep my cats happy. Actually, so I have 3 cats and a dog, and we're not getting anything else. Uh, we have so many animals. The next animal we're getting is probably a baby in a couple of years. Um, no child to make it complete, not yet. 2021 was start. So I'm hoping to have a large portion of the house paid off by the time a child comes into our life, and I need about 1 to 2 more years of just dedicated time to myself to really lay down the financial roots that I want to. Daddy 6 pack. How tall am I? 6 feet when I stand up straight. What are you doing with your foot out there, huh? What are you doing? Got your toesies. Got your toesies. Do I see growth, React growth in here? I see Angular, React, Vue. It's all the same. What are you doing? You practice child rearing with your animals? Oh, I wouldn't say that. I just know I'm not ready to have a kid. Like, I'm spending, I'm getting a fence so I can throw my dog in the backyard. Because he needs to go use some energy and tire him out. And I don't have the time to tire him out, so I'm buying a fence so I can throw him in the backyard and he can tire himself out. A perfect example of why I'm not having kids this year. Can't do that with a baby. I mean, you can. Just the state will take it away, take he or she away from you. What do I think of UI UX? I think it's an interesting field. I think it's one that goes underappreciated by a lot of smaller organizations. But I think anything in tech is good, and anything that's a skill is good. And I think it's an excellent skill to go along with front end development. Yeah, this cat, my cat right here, um, has been vomiting. Not last couple days, but he was. So much so they start throwing up yellow bile. This is a very good story for while you're eating. And just because of anxiety from having the puppy. So April, in her genius, um, got some calming treats, diluted them into water, and just started force feeding him this liquefied calming treats, and it's completely calmed him down, and he started not hiding as much. So When you're younger, did you ever imagine you're going to be a developer later in life? When I was in school for computer science, yeah. Um, define younger though. I was in school from like 18 to 26. I don't have a degree. Just 8 years of misery. I mean, I've used W3 Schools as a resource. I wouldn't say it taught me JavaScript. I would say the fundamentals of front end lead itself to easily get up and going, but advanced front end, in my opinion, is harder than advanced back end. But that's just my opinion. How many credits do I have done? God, I think last time I actually checked, it was like 180. How you doing, buddy? Dude, my new office has a dog. His name's Vito. He's this, I don't know what type of bulldog he is, and he wears sweaters. He always comes in and he snorts. He has trouble breathing. It's pretty fantastic. All right, guys. Last few questions. Next 5 minutes, and I'm. It's time for me to go. I need to go to bed so I can film a video this weekend and work on my side project. Any thoughts on Lambda School? I'd have to review it. I always get all these boot camps mixed up. Is Lambda the one where you go for free, but they take a portion of your salary? General studies degree? I don't know. I could go look and see if I could go get a bachelor's in uselessness. But I mean, at the time, I was going for something relevant in computer science. Do I wear a shirt and tie to work? No, no tie. What age will you train your kid to code? As soon as he asks. Or she. Um, starting with Wix. My cat does Wix. Huh? You can make a Wix site real quick. Just little paw here, paw there. Oh. I had this Dolan skit that I scrapped where it was the 2019 Wix. It didn't come out very good, but the premise was very funny. At least I thought it was. Where it was like the 2019 Wix gathering, and we're given stats, and we got our next big Wix developer because there's only 4 of us, and then we got a 5th one, and the 5th one we gave him this grand intro. Um, and yeah, we gave him this grand intro, and at the end of it, we introduced him, and it was a golden retriever. It was like, yeah, this Fred. Fred's been in the Wix game for years, and he's come official. He's part of the union, and this and that. And then it's just Fred's a golden retriever. I absolutely loved the idea, but I couldn't make it not cringy. Like I'm not good enough with the comedy not to make it cringy. How old is Tito? Tito? God, how old are you, Tito? Uh, maybe 6. I don't know. Time's been flying, boys, for the last couple of years. Hey. I think he's 6. Achilles is like 4, maybe, and Milo's like 10, and then Gator's like 3 months. Huh? Huh? So like Tito waits all weekend, and then he just like I sit probably here for maybe 20 hours a weekend working on things. Maybe not even that much, maybe 10 hours nowadays. Um, and I would recommend a full-time boot camp in person more than anything else. That would be my recommendation. But all right, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you to Godless Monkey and um, oh my goodness, I feel so bad. My brain's dead. Um, God, he's such a long time sub too. Uh, James, thank you to James as well for donating $20 a piece. If you're interested in courses, books, I recommend all that sort of stuff. They're in the description below. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna get some sleep. Tomorrow I'm going to work on my Vue app, my Vue PWA, and then I'm gonna go probably run some errands. But I'm gonna have a productive, relaxing weekend. And I might do all that, or I might go buy Kingdom Hearts 3 and barely do anything of it. I don't really know, but it's probably going to be coding. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye, Tito. Say bye. No? Okay.